So I graduated high school. I did not read or write out of high school. My father gave me a book, and he said, read that. Because my brother went on to be a doctor. And my father said, read. And I was like, and the next thing I know, I was just getting slapped all over the room. You're stupid. You're dumb. Once again. Now, he didn't mean that. It was just the old Italian way of slapping sparks into you. That's why I named my first book Slap in the Back of the Head. You know, because that's how he used to try to wake me up. So, in saying that, I went off, and my mother was like, you got to go to college. So I went with my friends to community college. And they took me in because I was on the wrestling team. But before the semester was over, I heard I can get an incomplete just drop and you won't get an F. I was like, you know, so I did that. And he says, okay, I got to go somewhere they're going to shake me up. They're going to mold me. They're going to mentor me. They're going to give me strength. I'm going to go to the armed services. And I go to the armed services, and they said, you have to take a test. I'm like, a test? To fight for your country? I took the test. How do you think I did? I failed. And they're like, sorry, you can't get in, you failed. I said, are you kidding me? He goes, your English part was damaging to you. I says, well, if we're fighting our enemies, we're not going to be speaking English to each other. So we're going to get shot here. You know, I just wanted to go. I was looking and searching where I could go to find myself and be mentored. My mother said, you know, doing nothing is not an option. So she suggested beauty school. And I was like, oh? Isn't that for girls? Is that a failure thing? And Mom, I'm not gay. And if I was, it's my own business. You know? But I'm not. Because, you know, as a young man, you don't know how to handle that.
Right.
You know? But through mentors, I've learned how to handle when people say, what are you, gay? And I'm like, what, are you interested? You should see how the homophobic said in that.